Hi Cancer, welcome to my channel, Donatella Empress of Swords. My name is Donatella. Thank you guys so much for visiting. Um, this month we are doing July 2018 forecast for Cancer. Before I get started, I just want to wish you guys a very, very happy birthday and a very happy and safe 4th of July. I wish you guys all the best. I wish that everything that you guys are dreaming for is manifesting for you as much as easy as possible. I know through this time it's been many ups, many downs, but we can also get the sense of an accomplished feeling as this time goes by. It's like we have this feeling of the soul growing. I don't know if you get that sensation too yourself, but I'm pretty sure that you do, because cancers can feel a lot of emotion. And I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but right now there's 6 planets in retrograde, and that's going to be affecting a lot of us. But the energy will shift back by September 6th. So if things are working backwards, they're just trying to work themselves out until that point being. So just try to make sure that you sit still, that you're a little bit patient during this time. But it's supposed to culminate and be something, whatever it's supposed to be, by November. So if you guys have a chance, please read end of June reading for all signs, because I'm trying to push more of the horoscope to the end of the month or the beginning of the month, so that way I can a little bit focus more on the general tarot readings for the individual signs. So if you guys have a chance, please be sure to look out for that video. It's called the June 2018 All Zodiacs series part 3. And it will explain what is happening right now with astrology, the 6 planets that are in reverse. I talk a little bit about twin flames. I go in more into detail about relationships and things like that. But right now, you're going to be feeling a more motherly and naturally feeling, like nurturally feeling, excuse me. And we're in your season now. So if you start noticing, people are going to be more sensitive to things, and it's going to be the more of a flavor of your atmosphere. And it's a very gentle, nurturing. I mean, sometimes it could be overbearing, but it has the best intention, so that way everything can be properly taken care of and nurtured for you. So when we left the Gemini season, it was all about opening up the Pandora box, socializing, seeing what we want to accept, seeing what we don't want to accept, putting away the things that we don't want to deal with, and focusing more on what we need to nurture. So now that we're in Cancer season, now we're focusing more on, okay, so during Gemini season, I did see what I did like, what I didn't like, and now I know what I do need to nurture. And at that period where you start having this realization with, what really needs to be taken care of, and it's during this period. So you will notice there's a lot of people wanting more gatherings together, not just because of the holidays, but because of the soul is really needing it at this period, at this point. Okay, so I'm gonna go get started on your reading. The first card that I have out right now is the World card. The World card is sitting upright. So right now, Cancer, you have many, many choices. You have many things that you can decide that you want to do. This is internal. This is actually real. This is actually happening for you. However, there is something that is crossing it. And it's a 7 of Pentacles. So it's really not a negative thing. It's just a little bit more waiting. And I feel like Cancer is finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm really happy for you, because you really deserve this moment. You really deserve this period. You've been really working hard to understand your true soul. You've been really working hard to understand what you really need as a person and what everybody around you needs. So during this time, it's going to feel like there's a lot of waiting. It can feel very frustrating. But as you wait, you're going to evolve, you're going to learn more things, and you're going to be happy that you didn't rush into anything just yet. And in the distant past, I see a lot of depression, because it was the 9 of Swords. It's sitting up, it's waking up at night, it's feeling paranoid, it's feeling worried, it's wanting to check everything, assuming things, questioning things, wondering about things. It's a lot of that anxious anxiety feeling, especially when it's late at night. And this is the whole reason why you're trying to make different decisions in your life moving forward. In the recent past, there could be someone as far as a job, or someone that was kind of like an emperor, you know, like a boss at a job, or somebody that was trying to rule you, or even a person in the zodiac sign of Aries. Just someone that was making you feel very limited, making you feel like you can't do this, you have to worry about that, don't think about this, you need to do that, you know, like trying to really perfect yourself in such a way. And it's like this energy of feeling of expectation from others, and it's really crushing. And honestly, Cancer, nothing will make you feel more happy when you reach your own expectation, because I know that you want to help your family a lot, I know you want to be there for them a lot, I know you want to care for your friends a lot, but nothing will reach that expectation and that feeling of self-value when you reach your own goals. So if there is someone in your life that has been putting a little bit of a limit, a little bit of a damper, or someone in your past who was not able to let you live your life the way that you freely wanted to live your life, you're actually truly manifesting that. But it's taking some of its time, because during this life, during this, especially this season, you're going to be really tested on what you exactly want. And if you can't get past over this hurdle of whoever is trying to demand you, then it's going to be the sense of you really didn't want it that bad, or you're allowing these limits to make you delay in the progress that you want. So if you're seeing a hurdle, if you're seeing people as a hurdle, just remember, this is your life, these are your decisions, you can make your dreams come true, and you can make yourself happy first, and then you can have people join along later, and that might be something that might help you more later on. But getting over work demands, getting over boss demands, getting over life demands, these hurdles will help you see the light of day, will help you actually change the way that your perspective is right now. Once these hurdles are gone, your perspective of love even gets affected. When you feel like you have control over your own life, whether it's your finances, whether it's decisions making at work, whether it's decisions making at life, whatever it is, whatever is limiting you right now on your decisions, if you can get over that hurdle and find somewhere where you can be the boss of your life, this will help you go to the next stage of your life. Right now, Cancer, the main thing on your mind right now is the Ace of Cups reversed. So this doesn't mean necessarily that this is truly happening. It could be happening. You guys can be broken up, or there could be relationships that are really, really stressing right now. But I see you trying to have the patience to endure this. And I just feel like it's not the season of receiving the most of the love, when you really want to give so much, and you're just not sure like where to give it, where to receive it, how much to give, how much to receive. That's why this time is left for you, so that way you can balance out and actually really determine how this plays out. Because when you have that time and space alone, you can kind of map out exactly where you want to get to. But if you don't give it that time, you won't have that experience, if that makes sense. So I think that right now, if you're feeling like this, like your cup is totally, completely emptied out, you've been trying to be patient, you've been trying to do this, you've been trying to do that, it's this hurdle that needs to be gotten over with. Whatever is limiting you, whatever is making you feel like I can't do this, because even if it is the partnership, but it could be the perspective, the way that we're looking at it. If we would just, you know, make a little bit of arrangements here or there to make our life a little bit accommodating when we're looking outside the box, sometimes just that, simply just doing that, can help us. But it's this hurdle that makes your mind feel like it makes you think about other things. It like this stress right here makes you think more about this, like this lack right here. So as long as you nip this in the bud and not make this feel like you are very limited, and actually tell yourself, you know what, I can get through this, I can make some changes in my life, then you'll start noticing some miracles in your life as well. I see the Five of Swords reversed, and In the near future, you're going to start learning, you're going to start really thinking about and analyzing all the relationships that you had interacted with. I get the feeling that you're starting to realize that karma is really working quickly. And in my last video for the end of June, I was talking about like now karma is working fast. So now I feel like you're in the future, especially that you're thinking about um, all the interactions that you had in the past with all of your relationships, whether it was friends, family, or even lovers. But it's a process where we think about the give and take and what happened and how things went wrong. So now it's going to be like like you're analyzing something where, okay, how do we not get through this cycle? How do we do this and not go through this cycle again? So it's more thinking of in terms of that way instead of, back when you were really stressed out. Now you're thinking, okay, we did this before, and there could have been inconsistency. There could have been things that we didn't tell each other. There could have been anything where you felt like you were being sneaky or someone else was being sneaky, or some kind of feeling where there's like a loss of connection or loss of communication or some kind of betrayal or some kind of feeling of like whatever makes you feel this, whatever this is. And this is like, okay, I'm not gonna make this happen anymore. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna analyze this and make sure that this doesn't repeat itself. So this is this period now for you to really think about even your own mistakes and others' mistakes, but just really analyzing like what someone does to get to that point, and really like putting the limit on it, putting the boundary on it, so that way these kind of things don't happen again. Okay. So as this period, as you're moving along, you're thinking about how to construct your life, and there's something in your life that you're not allowing to die. Either someone has passed away and it's very hard for you to let go, and it's excruciating pain. But like anything, life recycles again. So once something is very painful, once there's so much misery, for example, if you're in a relationship that was so much pain, so much misery, if you don't let that misery go, then you don't meet the partner that you need to meet. Or let's say that you really love your partner and you really want to be with your partner. If you don't let go of the petty things or the issues and just focus more on the love, then it cannot manifest into something beautiful, because after every death there's something always beautiful. Even when something rots and molds and goes away, sometimes maybe not just a mushroom grows out of it, but sometimes maybe a flower grows out of it. So depending on how you look at this, you're going to have a sense of like feeling like, you know what, the more I let go, the more this bond can be stronger. Whether it's a bond between yourself or other people, you'll create something. If it's withering away and dying, if you allow it to die, whether if it's those emotions or those feelings or the people, something will come back to fill its place to make sure that you're whole again. And nothing is guaranteed to be living forever in this lifetime anyways. So we do have to learn to transition as time goes by. And whatever is meant to be always boomerangs back anyways. So when you start realizing to allow this death, so that way something can boomerang back to you that is beneficial to you, you're going to start feeling this way of healing in a sense. And I feel like this might be like 2 or 3 weeks from the time that you read this. It could be any time from around 3 weeks from now, from the time that you see this reading. I feel like you're going to have this sense of healing because you have to. There's no other choice. There's no other option. This is just the only way, and the only way is the way up. So letting this go, whatever the issues are, whatever pain you're feeling, letting that go and like starting afresh, starting anew, and actually remembering a time when you were actually peaceful, going back towards that time will really relieve you, Cancer. It will really heal you. So go back to where you were the most happiest. Draw from that energy, whether it was activities that you were doing at that time that were very beneficial for you. Maybe you want to go back to that. But allow the negativity to die, is what I'm saying. You don't need it in your life. Negativity is not important for you at this point. I mean, you've seen so much. You've seen positivity too, but it's time to like really refresh and restart. And now that it's your birthday, it's your annual season. This is your new year. This is your new year where you're able to refresh and restart. So make sure that you shine a light on yourself and not forget how beautiful and special and rare you are and how much the world needs you. And hit that reset button, hit that refresh button. You'll feel so much better. Because I see that when you don't let go, there's going to be patterns that you go back into that will conflict with you, and you will feel like it's not fair for you. Because what you don't understand is that your insecurities, when they are brought up, when they are even clued out to your partner, like you're just giving a little bit of a hint, sometimes the partner's not really feeling that way, and we're thinking and sensing that they are, and it could be like a negative feeling, Cancer. When we don't let go of the negative feelings, we're going to get justice in reversed. And that means that things that we feel that are not fair will happen to us that are not fair. You're going to think that it's not fair, but it's basically you not realizing that you're going towards a negative frequency. You're going towards a negative energy. Complaining or having issues or not seeing what is the benefits of all of this will make you feel like life is more and more unfair. One thing I highly recommend for you right now is probably write at least 25 things that you're very, very grateful for. This is going to definitely make you much happier. And on the end of June video, I was talking about the Maslow's hierarchy of, hierarchy of psychological needs. It looks like this, and it's on the internet. Basically, it's saying that before we have relationships with anybody, before we can even friends, family members, or anything like that, our psychological needs are the most basic, and if they are not met, our relationships can not flow like we want them to flow. And it's on the red. It's on at the red for the psychological needs. Psychological needs are breathing, food, water, shelter, clothing, and sleep. Okay, these things right here, these 6 things, if you do not have those 6 things, you will feel very drained. So make sure that you fill up your soul. If you need the explanation of that, I have it at the end of June culmination reading, so you guys could check that out. I'll explain a little bit. I explain in there a little bit more about how that pyramid works and how you can make yourself feel better. But as I'm seeing, this death card, if you're not letting go, and it's upside down, either there's a relationship that has been dead and gone, and it's like killing you because you have a hard time letting it go, you're going to keep feeling like it's not fair. And if you want this feeling to stop, you need to start nurturing yourself from red all the way up to purple, whether you are with this person or not. It doesn't matter. Regardless, you shouldn't change your progress in your life. In whatever situation that you are, you just have to keep going and make yourself feel better, so that way you can see the miracles happening in your life. I feel maybe about in the next 3 to 4 weeks, the energies will definitely shift again. You're going to start feeling, it may be a little bit of an up and down, but you're seeing yourself progressing higher, even if it's going up and down. You're almost there. You're almost there. We're at 9 of Pentacles. We're thinking about abundance. We're thinking about the family life. We're thinking about maybe if we can get pets for this home. Maybe if we could bring some money to this home. Maybe we could bring something together where we feel like we have it all. We have all the fruits of our labors. We have brought everything together for ourselves, whether it's for yourself or for your partner. But I feel like you're wanting to transition into a different home for yourself, where it's like full of abundance and you're working on it yourself. And I do see you doing it, Cancer. I think you've been thinking about this thing for a very long time. You've been planning for it. Maybe there were times that you delayed for it because of how much you've been in your mind, how much you've been in your heart, how much you've been in your thoughts. But you're at the end of this period, and I'm guessing probably by the end of July, you're going to start seeing yourself financially progressing. Something is going to happen where you're going to feel a lot more abundant. Things are changing. You just have to go through this slow process. I know it's so annoying and it's so stressful, and sometimes it can be so emotional to the point that you don't even know how much more you can help others. But what I'm telling you is that I want you to stay having hope, because this was the period for you to analyze and get over people like this, people that boss you around, people that make you feel restricted, people that make you feel like you they don't care. um, I'm not saying that you're gonna leave them. I'm just saying that this energy you're gonna leave. So when I look at this card, I feel like you're either dealing with an Aries or a Virgo. I just feel like sometimes for some of you, it's not even a relationship. It's just this energy. Like, I don't know if you guys know what I mean. It's like the energy of either an Aries or a Virgo. So if you guys know what I'm talking about, please mention something in the comments if that makes any sense for you. But I know you care about this person. It's just that they're so damn overwhelming sometimes in their laws or the way that they think, or maybe it's just something that you're holding over your own head, but this is very burdensome, and you have to use this time to analyze so that way you can let go and start feeling abundant again. My final card is Eight of Swords. And what that means is you're feeling, don't worry, I'm going to get some extra clarifiers so that way I can get more understanding, so that way I can explain this a little bit better to you. I believe, Cancer, right now this is all in your mind, that because she has blindfolds off, so she's not, all this stuff, all this pain, all this heartbreak is done. Like, you're just afraid that this period is going to happen again, and you're just stuck in that world. You're stuck in that world, and you're feeling like nothing will change. And I see you progressing at the end of the month. You're like, oh, you know what? My financial status is going to get better. And then all of a sudden, you're going to feel like something is delayed again, and then you're going to go back to your mood. You need to understand that this is supposed to happen right now. Everything that's supposed to be meant to be is supposed to happen. And these time delays are for your safety. So allow these time delays. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the clarifiers right now so I can help you understand what is to come. And Cancer, there's a person in your life. They're not as emotional as you. They're not as thoughtful. You feel like they're not as thoughtful, or maybe you're not being as thoughtful. But there's somebody you're in a relationship with someone that feels like they know that you care, but there's like some kind of withdrawal that you create, and when that withdrawal is created, it really hinders your relationship. And what's going to end up happening if you withdraw too much is that you're going to feel like all of your finances are being depleted, and then you're going to feel like you're stuck in a relationship that you don't want to be in anymore. So it's really important to get clear in your mind, because when you're clear in your mind, you can give all the affection that you need to give in the current relationship or the friendships that you're in right now. Because if you're feeling that lack, they don't understand that there's a lack. They're thinking that they're taking it personally and thinking that you don't like them, but they don't understand that you have internal issues. They don't understand that there's more to this, that it's very hard for you to explain, and you can't really explain to others unless you superly trust them, and you can't superly trust them until you give it some time, be patient, be best friends. So that's the message that I'm getting right now, is enjoy this phase as much as you can, no matter how stressful it is. Enjoy this phase, because what's coming towards you could dramatically change. But what I'm seeing in the energy, what I've unlocked, what I've uncovered, is that the past hindrances, the past pain, the past nightmares are going to hinder your relationship in the future. And the more you can let go of the pain, the more you can feel less sorry for yourself. Stop thinking about things were unfair, fair, whatever. Because it does take two sometimes, and there's sometimes one person is not communicating, the other person is in fear because they can't communicate, whatever that may be. None of this can progress if you guys keep conversating over it. So what you have to do is talk about it, get over it, and get to the next step of your life. And it could be with the same person, it could be with different people, but excuse me. But what I want to tell you is like the fear is what's going to kill you. Because then you're going to feel like you're overwhelmed by other people. You're going to feel like they're taking away your rights. You're going to feel like, and all of that drains you from love. Like when you feel like someone's taking away your rights, when you feel like you can't be able to do the things that you do, you feel like that is just draining you, and that could be transformed in an energy to someone else. Whether you're dealing with your boss and then taking it to home, or kids, or whatever it may be. But this month, you're really going back. You're really realizing, what was the pain? What can I do to stop this? Why am I feeling lack of love? I'm feeling lack of love, and I'm not wanting to give love. Like, what is this? What is going on? And the biggest word that I'm hearing in my head right now is compassion. Having compassion, having compassion, having compassion. You've been patient. You've been sitting. What about the compassion for you? But I'm telling you, Cancer, if you can just move past this and really just realize what it is that you want and not be back and forth for it, and then when you find out what you want, fully push through it, let go of the things that damaged you, you could completely come to abundance. Cancer, anything is possible. It's all in your mind frame, and I just feel like you're just in so much pain right now that there's a lot of fogginess. So my final card, because I took clarifiers and I wanted to understand. At the end of the month, it's going to be a very, very important rest period for you. You need this time to really think about what's going on. Whether, because when you miss a person, you start changing your behaviors, you start changing your reactions, and you're going to start seeing your pattern. And you're going to start thinking, okay, maybe I need to miss a person. The problem is not just maybe you need to miss a person. The problem is the memories that are connected to whatever else happened in the past. So just be very mindful of that so you guys can start fresh and start from scratch. Until then, I'll see you guys at the end of the month culmination videos. Please go back and check the June for all of the signs. You might find something that's very beneficial in there. It might help you a lot. I talk about different subjects, whatever at that month I'm feeling like the energy is really needing. I talk about that because you talk with friends, you have a moment, you think about something, or you go through something yourself individually, and you're like, dude, I feel this energy around everybody's going through this, I'm feeling this. And that's what the end of June readings are. I mean, that's what the end of the month culmination for all zodiac sign videos are about. They're about everybody's energy, how it's playing out on all of us. And you're going to go through a very long period of like self-analyzation. It's going to be back and forth of you analyzing, you taking breaks, you getting stressed out, analyzing, going back again, analyzing, going back again, analyzing. So just pay attention to your patterns. I don't know if you notice that they are patterns. Pay attention to them, and they're very much linked to your memories. So start making good memories, start washing out the bad ones, and just focus on exactly what you want to do. And then we'll get to the next month, and hopefully by then you've done the homework, you finished all the letting go, you've gotten all the garbage out. Maybe you need to go to your room and clean out all the extra excess that you've had, all the extra past memories that are not connected to your current life. Sometimes you just got to throw stuff away, or delete phone numbers, or whatever you got to do. But this is the month for refreshing and restarting. And that's why you have to be patient, and you have to wait for everything to come to you at this point right now, because you will definitely get what you need, but it's all on how you perceive it. It's all on what you think about the most. Be careful, because our thoughts have a lot of power in them, okay, Cancer? All right, guys, I love you so much. Happy birthday again. I'm filming actually today on 4th of July. I hope you guys are very safe and blessed and with your family, and you guys have wonderful gatherings, and I know how special that is for you guys, especially when everybody gets along and they're making those amazing meals. It's really, really awesome. Okay, guys, have a great month. I'll see you next time. God bless.